just good to hear his voice and do this. I'm telling you guys, this event is top notch. It is top notch. It's a lot of fun, and it's in Louisville for the hot farms and the pro farms and a lot of those classes that don't get to go to Louisville. This is their finals, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So
it truly is. Yeah,
a lot of fun.
And from the spectator side, it's one of the most fun ones you're going to go to. You know, in January, you go in, the floors are heated, it feels comfortable, the beer's cold, and the laughs are plentiful. It's awesome.
And it's the only place you can buy beer for miles around.
That's right.
That's a dry county.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they come in and they support it too. They sure do.
Yeah, it's a dry county, but somehow when they built that facility, they got the right to sell beer and wine. Yeah.
That Met Center does a lot for that area. I mean, that's a fantastic tourism area, but the amount of people that they bring in there, and then the Travis that Clint was referring to is Travis Hostetler. He builds all the tracks, moves all the dirt. They have an outdoor pool there as well, Larry. I think you were at that one, weren't you, this summer?
Yeah, I announced their outdoor pool this past year, and they're going to do another outdoor pool in June, I believe it is, with PPL. I don't know if it's Clint's Western Series or what, but they're doing an outdoor pool behind the building. They're actually got another area, but the one that I did was the one they haul the same dirt that they haul in the building. They haul it out on the parking lot, and they had a great show. Yeah,
no, it's awesome. That's awesome. Well, it's banquet season officially, and I kind of want to wrap up with some banquet talk. Mike and I were at the Outlaw banquet. Larry was at the PPL banquet. The NTPA banquet is in a couple weeks. The Badger State banquet's in a couple weeks. You scroll your timelines right now, you're seeing a lot of awards from pullers and stuff like that. And a banquet, Larry, and you've been around pulling your whole life, and you know more, but you forgot more than we'll ever learn. But the banquet is a celebration of the season, and it really is a time to get together and celebrate points, championships, rookies of the years, and just honestly, it's good to see everybody again at the banquet, Larry. So,
right, yeah, it's a gala event or gala. Well, I don't know how you want to say it, but anyway, it's
gala.
Gala. The PPL banquet. That's the first one I attended. They had a great attendance, over 350 people, I believe, and the room was full of champions and people to celebrate with them, and they had a great banquet. Yeah, that's one of the rules meetings. I was now that I'm their safety and technical advisor, that means I get to sit down and look fat, and Jonathan and Christy get to cuss and discuss rules with them. I was amazed at how many people have already been reaching out to me. What's the rule change? What's the rule change? Well, and Jonathan said this morning, he goes, my goodness, we've hardly had time to sleep yet, and they want rules. And I said, well, that's because I'm hanging around, and they know that I'll try to put them up as soon as possible. So they'll be up in a few days. Nothing major changed with the rules and stuff, but they had rules meetings all day Friday and Saturday morning. And then they had that one picture where you see all the guys in one room crowded together. That was not that one. That's a divisional guy. That room right there, standing room only. That's when they announced their programs and gave away certificates and stuff for prizes, drawing. SCS Gearbox alone gave Craig Sage gave away 8 $2,500 gift certificates for products out of his shop. I mean, Mayhill gave a set of tires or 2. Nichols gave a set of tires or 2. I mean, anybody that was there that was a competitor had a chance to win a lot of stuff. I mean, it was just that was right there, that room. That's also where they handed out their tentative schedule. And everybody, of course, that was there wanted to know where they're going to go next year. Something that I found really cool, they've limited every class they've got. They try to limit it to no more than 14 hooks at the Grand National, at the Champion Series, the top level. No more than 14 hooks. That way they can go other places and play. But it's that right there was the promoter and sponsor breakfast. They had a great breakfast, and they had chicken embryos and potatoes and stuff,
Chicken embryos.
Chicken embryos. Well, you know what I'm saying. Yellow stuff. Chicken embryos or eggs. And I was impressed with all all the meetings and participation. Like I say, it was a good time had by all, and it's I don't know. I'm pleased to be a part of it. It's a really neat deal. But they gave away that see the UTV in the corner. They gave away that. I mean, there was a lot of things that prizes and awards that were different than what I was used to. But nevertheless, I mean, everybody has their different opinion on how to run a banquet, but that one right there was top notch. All I got to say, it was top notch banquet weekend and rules meetings and stuff. It went well, put it that way. Jeff Hurt, of course, he won the mini and the open super class, and had his kids up there with him, you know. And of course, I've known Jeff, watched him grow up, and Jeff's mom and dad were there with him at the table, and his mom's been very ill, but I was glad to see them, and I went and spent some time with them over at their table. And it was just a big family affair, just like tractor pulling is. You know, I call it like Bowling Green. You know, we all go to camp and have fun, and the tractor pull breaks out. You know, so but it's yeah, I was impressed with their response they got from their competitors, and they gave away some neat prizes. So it was a good deal.
Well, like you said, it's a celebration. It's a celebration.
Yep.
Makes it fun.
Yep.
So Mike and I went to the Outlaw Banquet down in the Lake of the Ozarks in Margaritaville, and I think we almost had 500 people up there at the actual banquet Saturday night. 475, I think, was the number I heard. And Mackenzie and I were running all the video up on the screen, so that was fun. We had something special to me personally. Dennis Goodwin got inducted to the Hall of Fame for the Outlaws. I grew up watching Matt Goodwin and Dennis Goodwin, Pride of the Farm, and that was neat to see that. I got a couple pictures here. Larry sent me some pictures from the PPL banquet. So this is George Neves. This is Cameron Neves' dad. This was at they have a general meeting at 10 a.m. on Saturday. Then the classes go in their breakouts. They come back together. Then the board goes, decides all the rules and different things. But I just thought this was a cool picture of George there. And then this was the 4-1 limited pro breakout. Again, every puller, they go out and they talk with their class reps. Here's kind of a picture of the banquet hall. I think Saturday night we took that in the back of the room there. Here's the mods. You might recognize there's Olmers, Donald Nelson, some of the pullers. There's Fred Petch. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. And then here's the helmets that were lined up on the front of the stage there. Every puller got the class winner got that cool. That's wrapped by Octane Inc. out of T, South Dakota. They're the ones who wrapped my 4-1, the Remedy, the white one that you guys are used to seeing. And then Jason Wayman, they had an auction. All the money goes to scholarship. That's Jason Wayman of No Wayman Diesel. He's a 3.0 diesel truck. He's a class sponsor. Yep. He's your Western Series points champion. I think he got second or third in the Outlaw points of the 3.0 class, but he bought that pedal tractor in the auction. And then that's Glenn Free standing right there on the right of the screen with the red ink. Kind of look at him scratching his head going, what are you doing, Wayman?
No, Jason, what you don't realize, that's actually a full-size light limited pro stock. Jason Wayman is just that tall. That is a full-size tractor, and that's why he drives diesel trucks, because when he sits on a light limited pro, that's what it looks like.
I actually did take a selfie with Jason Wayman because very few people are taller than me. And he's a 6'7", 6'8" kind of a guy.
I played basketball against him and lost frequently.
Yep. That would happen. So no, I don't have much more else tonight. It was great to see everybody at the Outlaw Banquet. I'm gonna go to the Badger State Banquet in a couple of weeks. I didn't get to see them much this summer. I think Kenzie and I and maybe Chandler, we're gonna sneak down to Lebanon, Missouri, for a little garden tractor pull, middle of December. We're gonna live stream that. Going to be at PRI for all of you who's going to PRI. I think Larry's going to be in Disneyland that weekend.
I'll be at Disney World. Yes, I'll be Disney World with 9 of us.
Okay. Ooh, I might have to send a check, Larry, to your mailbox.
God bless you. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, 4-day passes for 9 of us to Disney World. I'd appreciate any contributions you might have, Jason. I mean, come on, man.
Start a Larry Rich GoFundMe page for his vacation.
No, don't start that crap. No. Grandma and Grandpa, we did it a few years ago. We're going to do it again. At Disney World at Christmas time is just amazing.
No, that's awesome. No, but PRI. So if you come to the show, you can actually go out on the football stadium. That's where the big toters are parked and stuff. We have a booth out there. So the Outlaws, we're right next to the Outlaws and then Gene's Machine. So Mr. Brent Payne has a brand new light super that he's going to unveil there at PRI. I'm going to have my new tractor there, the high-tech Redneck. It's still the high-tech Redneck. It might be something different in the future. You might see something. We're going to keep that under wraps. And then the Outlaws are going to be there as well. I think Coltrane Energy is going to come down. But it's a great, Larry, it's really dedicated. You've been there. It's really dedicated towards motorsports like drag racing and circle track. And so they get pulling in there a little bit. I know Bowling Green, I think Larry has a booth every year. And I feel like some
Bowling Green has a booth. Shy Diesel has a booth. Fleece will have a booth. They'll all have booths there. Engler Machine, of course, even though he's builds a lot of tractor parts, the things he'll have there will be more roundy round because he does a lot of sprint stuff and dyno wheel sprints. But no, a lot of the big names of manufacturer parts that we use in pulling, we're already there. I mean, I've attended them both in Ohio and Orlando, and NTPA's had a booth a couple times in Orlando when the PRI was there, and it's anybody that's everybody or everybody that's anybody. I don't know how you say that, but the motorsport industry is definitely a showcase. It pretty much came off of SEMA. SEMA became more of a consumer thing years ago, and the razzle dazzle and the monkey garage type people. And this is truly motorsport, oriented racers and stuff. But it's quite a show here in Indianapolis.
Yeah, Ryan Folks checking in and saying in 2015, wouldn't believe the amount of interest of the people. So
yeah, well, Ron, when we had Purser's Mod in the NTPA booth one time in Orlando, and Ron Capps walks by and he goes, "Wow, look at that!" And so, and of course, Purser went, "Oh, that's Ron Capps," and I went, "Yeah," and he goes, and they were both starstruck. And of course, Ron was starstruck by all those engines, and Ron wanted to know if he could take a picture in the seat of it. And Purser said, "By all means." I thought Purser was going to give him a goose to get him in the seat, but yeah, Ron Capps took a picture of him in the seat behind 5 engines, and him and his drag race buddies had a big time with that. But yeah, it's definitely a motorsports place to go. And the floor, you're going to be on the floor.
Orlando. Where'd you do that in Orlando, Larry?
Oh, they're off International Drive. They're a big convention center. Okay. It's actually a bigger facility. It's a bigger facility than the convention center in Indianapolis with Lucas Oil attached to it. Wow. It's huge. It's huge. But the cost got so expensive in Orlando, and PRI has an office right now across from the Motor Speedway right here in Indianapolis. PRI's moved right here in where everything else motorsports wise. But I mean, I'm 5 miles from Schumacher's garage and Force's garage and Ron Cap and all them guys are right here in Brownsburg. They moved in here. The state of Indiana give them a heck of a tax break if they would base themselves out of Indiana, and they all moved right here in an old bean field that I used to do custom bean harvesting, and it was a mud hole. But somehow they got zoning and they built great big shops in it. But
weird.
Yeah, it's yeah, isn't that strange? Yeah, you couldn't build a house there, but they can build a warehouse-looking building. Yeah. So,
IB2. I want to mention fullpull.us. If you want to rent free tickets to Louisville, go to the website and make picks on who you think is going to get invited to Louisville, and he or she who picks the most correct entries wins free tickets. And then Coltrane Energy Drink. I stopped by there yesterday on the way home from the banquet, and they have 3 new flavors out. And they support polling well. They sponsor many polling organizations. So if you're an energy drinker, they do have a sugar-free now as well. Head over to Coltrane.com. You can also find them on Amazon. But I got to see their warehouse. Mackenzie and we got a video coming up about that as well. So it was a fun show, guys. We started out with Justin Hoffman, Outlaw Light Superstock champion, and then we moved on to Pete Penzick and St. Jude's and the raffle tractor. What a cool story that is. And then one of my favorite pulls of the year, which is the Midwest Winter Nationals, the Super Bowl of single chargers. I love that, Mike.
That was Charles. I stole that from Charles.
Absolutely.
I've got to give credit where credit's due.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Charles is an amazing announcer. He's actually the voice of that event as well. So, Mike, Larry, Matt, wrap it up with each of you with something, and then let's go to bed because I'm still tired from this past weekend.
So before I head out,
Well,
go ahead, Larry.
go ahead, Mike.
Well,
I was going to say that in one of the random drawings, talking about Coltrane energy drink, Wayne Sullivan won a 12-pack of Coltrane energy drinks, and we all joked that if his heart will take it, it's an awesome beverage. You know what I'm saying? But Wayne Sullivan, if you hear of a heart attack and a sudden death, you'll have to think that he drank more than 2 or 3 Coltranes.
Coltrane.
We tried giving him some, Larry, up in Hillsborough. Remember?
Oh, I know. But he actually won a 12-pack in a drawing there in the afternoon when you seen all those people in the room. And I said, of course, you know me, I'm shy. And I said, well, let's see how long that lasts before it does one thing or the other. But yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Michael?
Yep. So my quick kind of tidbit from the Outlaw Banquet. It was amazing. It was fun. I met a ton of people, interacted with a bunch of great people. I noticed halfway through the weekend, I quit using the pronoun they. I quit referring to the Outlaws, and I just started saying we. And that was kind of just a neat thing that dawned on me. And my little tidbit of just my small kind of sticking my chest out with pride. Coincidence, doesn't have anything to do with anything. But they did honor each pull at each level this year for the Outlaws. And the regional national pull of the year was Sac City, Iowa, which will always hold a very special place to me because that is where I made my tractor pulling announcing debut. So the place where I debuted announcing, first pull I ever called, did get voted the regional national pull of the year. So that did put kind of a quiet smile, if there's anything that's quiet for me, a quiet smile on my face. So.
Probably because you announced it's the only reason they won. So
Yeah.
I will personally give you a golf clap.
I don't know that I had beans to do with it, but I know that I was involved in what happened, and that gave me something to latch on to.
Well, I'll give you credit, even though credit's probably not due.
So that was neat.
Perfect.
Matthew?
Well, I'm going to get after it here. Want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Remind everybody to buy those tickets for that St. Jude's tractor. That's pretty cool. This time of year and all year, kids with cancer. That's just something that hits all of us. So
Yes,
what a cool cause that is. The fundraiser and me will always lean on that, and super excited to see Clinton, everybody this year, because I should be able to get out to Winter Nationals for at least a day and a half this year. So I'm excited for that too. So I hope everybody has a great holiday. Eat too much and blame it on somebody else, because life is good and we have a lot to be thankful for. So
awesome.
You're correct.
Well said, Matt. That's perfect. Let's just end it now before I say something stupid, okay?
Me too. Good night, everybody. Get some rest.
Peace.